Welcome to Rootstem Gaming. Hopefully you can hear me from there. If not, I'm gonna have to boost the sound. Today, as you can see, we're outside. Great. It's actually quite a nice day. We're going to be doing a bit of spraying. So this is part of the Warcry series. I know I said I wasn't going to do any more, but we've got the buildings to do. And this is going to be a very quick way on showing you guys how to get these done. Basically, I've cut them out. I've left a little bit of the sprue at the bottom just so you can grab hold, so you're not actually getting, well, you'll be getting paint all over your fingers. I've already been spraying some wood today, so you will be getting paint all over your fingers, but it's going to be a very quick and simple way of getting these buildings painted, done and on your tabletop. So to start off, we're going to need 3 different spray cans. We're going to need Mechanica Standard Grey, we're going to need some Grey Sear. I know that's part of the contrast range, but it is good for a light now. It's not as bright as white, so that's why we're kind of using it. And we've got some Army Painter with Colour Primer Army Green. It's quite an old one, and this is going to be effectively for our colouring. Right, let's crack on. So we're in my back garden, and this is kind of like a dead area of my back garden, and we're going to be doing spraying down here. I've got some of the more flatter pieces, if you guys can see that on camera. These are going to be painted first because they're then going to be flipped around. Sorry about the bad lighting, it's pretty much the only place I can get to spray. So we're going to spray these up, we're going to turn them around once they're dry and then spray the backs. But while we're doing that, now always watch out for wind. Make sure that you've possibly put your cans in some water just to be able to heat them up. What I'm going to do, wind, we're just going to spray them. I'm going to do these flat ones first. Yes, it will get all over my bin. These are just old boxes that I've just blue tacked these pieces onto. Right, quick burst of that. Then we're going to get the Grey Sear. Now my Grey Sear, this one's nearly empty, but I've got another can. And we're going to dust it. Now it is a little bit windy here today, so I'm going to try and be careful with my dusting. So what I'm doing is just tapping the trigger just to create a lighter grey dust. It's going to look nice on that one. Right, letting each layer dry, I'm just cracking on. Then we're going to do something similar to the dusting with the green. And the reason we're going to do something similar to the dusting with the green, because we don't want it everywhere. We are going to be putting some inks on this, but I just want a hint of this green running up and down. There we go. Right, so that's going to be the flat bits. Now onto the raised ones. This is where, unless you're wearing a glove, you're going to get your hand dirty. So just showing you almost some of the bigger pieces. We're just going to, yeah, I'm going to get it all over my fingers, but I'm not bothered. We're spraying it all. And these, I keep these off because the client, this is for a commission, he's going to want to assemble these together how he wants. So I'm leaving them off, and then I'm going to scrape the paint off the edges so I can still use plastic glue. Right, grab my grey. It's easy with this because we know where the light source is coming from. It's coming from the top. Do that, and then random spurts. And you can see the wind is taking my paint everywhere, but that's the effect that we're after with the bigger pieces. So next stage, now all that's nice and dry, is Corellia Green Shade. And what we're going to do, when I find my brushes, is we're going to put Corellia Green Shade all over the model. That's why we've got these little bits. My hand's still covered in paint from earlier. So we're going to get, yeah, that's a bit too much, but quite a bit on. Ladle it up, and then we're just going to brush it in, making sure that it gets everywhere. And if you have too much, just use your brush to take a little bit extra off. Right, so the Corellia Green Shade is dry. It has taken a while to dry. I'm actually doing this the day after. But of course it's a big piece of terrain. So we're going to get some Dawnstone and we're just going to dry brush it. Quite a heavyish dry brush, maybe heavier in some patches than others. And we're just going to do both sides. Dry brush done. I'm going to now paint that. Now that's going to be painted up with, I think it's Oxide. We will grab the paint from behind the camera, not in front of it. Yep, Oxide. So we're going to paint all of that with Rhinox, and then we're going to go into some more dry brush territory. So now, while we're waiting for the brown to dry, the wood pieces on there, we're going to be painting in the brass with Screaming Bell. That's going to be painted into all the ones that's actually got this wire mesh, and we're going to be doing the same. We're going to be doing something unique with that. So I'm hoping we're going to be doing something unique with that and it doesn't get splashed everywhere. But yeah, so we're going to paint that up now. So for our next trick, we are going to put some Nylox Oxide on here. Now, I know it's not all the way to the edges. I actually got, I actually just airbrushed that on because it was quicker. You can just use a normal brush. I didn't show the airbrushing on camera because, of course, this is so anyone can actually be able to paint this. Right, Nylox Oxide. Large shade brush. Tiny bit on the end. And then I'm just going to keep this flat. I just, in a swirling motion, cover everything. And again, don't use a lot. It's a swirling motion. Just remember, if you're doing a swirling motion with large shade brushes, make sure you clean them properly afterwards to make sure they retain their shape. And then a bit of tissue. This is just one square. And then dab it off. Make sure you use fresh parts because it will start to disintegrate, and then when it does, it sticks to the actual model. There you go, that gives it a bit of an aged look. And I'm just going to flip it over and do the other side. So now we've done that with an Nylox, this is going to be the next step. This is going to be basically dry brushing the wood. So we're going to use two dry brushes. We're going to use a Scrag Brown, dry brush that over the top, and then we're going to use a rat skin flesh as an extra sort of like extreme highlight towards the edges. So if I just crack this open, we want majority of the paint to come off, and you might want to do 2 lots. Large dry brush because we're doing terrain. Majority of the paint off there, and then I'm just going to go with the grain. I might have taken too much off. But just go with the grain of the actual wood, as close to the edge as you dare. And now rat skin flesh, which is a lighter version of this. And with the grain, we're a bit more random. We're not going to do all of that, we're just going to do patches. Woohoo, looking good. Right, I'm going to see if I can get to the club, get you a video of all of this kind of together. I'm probably going to have to blue tack it, but yeah. Probably going to blue tack it. Ooh, look at that. It's alright, that. It's quite nice terrain. I might get some for 40k if I'm perfectly honest. Anyways, yeah, I'll see if I can get a picture floating up with all of it assembled, or at least when Ollie does all of it assembling, because that's who's one of my opponents is. He's got this is all the terrain for him. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. Please like, share, subscribe, hit your notification button if you want to see more. Make sure you select all if you can, or if you just want to watch some of my stuff, you can always click some. I'm not going to argue. You know, I just need the subs. I need the likes. The social media aspect of all this wargaming. Thanks very much for watching, guys, and being patient going through the actual videos. I think this is probably not the second. It's not going to be the last Warcry one, because I've got a couple more figures. I might try and get some Necromunda painted up next as well and put onto the actual channel. But thank you very much, guys. I love your support. I love you guys. If you want to support me more, go to rootstem.co.uk. You can always click the donate button. I also do commissions. If you're wanting to know more about commissions, just send us a message, drop us a message on rootstem.co.uk, or you can email rootstemmultimedia@gmail.com. Well, thanks very much for watching, guys. See you next time.